Hello, 7-star citizens! Hope everyone's having an absolutely fantastic day, and welcome here on Anzia Racing for the return, the much-anticipated return of Mum. My mum has come back to me. Mountain Mayhem is back,
Welcome
courtesy
back,
of these
Mum.
people.
Thanks, Mum. She's finally back from getting milk.
Yeah, Mountain Mayhem is back thanks to these awesome people and a bunch of other members of the racing community. I am here, obviously, with Echo and GentlemanJez. He does, in fact, have a face. He is real. And you can see him not just at Bar Citizens.
I'm actually VTubing right now as well, so it's this is actually a model.
Yeah, how you doing, Jess?
Yeah, pretty good. We are up at like 7 a.m. this morning, which is an ungodly hour for me, but like otherwise I'm stupidly excited for Mountains of Mayhem. Let's go.
Oh yeah, and Echo Bit, how you doing?
Feeling great. It's good to be back with Mountains of Mayhem. That's how I met you, Croncy, and I'm so glad to be bringing death back into racing. I remember racing the Ballista with Shotster and trying out the Rock DS. I'm so excited to see some of that in play today.
Yeah, it's gonna be good fun. It's been a while since we had this, but it's good to be back in a bit more of a competitive format as well. Where we don't just have situations like we used to. Do you remember, Echo Bit? There was one week, I think Diplomat brought a Dragonfly and just decided, I'm going to fly all the way out into space and win. That was a good week. So luckily we have a bigger crew here behind us that are able to iron those sort of issues out and bring us a great day. I think let's talk about what it actually is, what the Mountains of Mayhem is for anyone who is unfamiliar, which is probably most of you. Now, first off, you'll notice that you've got 3 Australians here, and that's because this is essentially Mad Max. This is our life, and it's how we get to work, it's how we get to school, is by killing each other on top of bikes and tanks. So that's what this is. This is a essentially 3-lap race where all of our competitors are going to be shooting at each other in order to, well, slow people down or eliminate them, and then you have to respawn. So it's a good amount of fun. We have people in each different division, so there's going to be teams that are going to be working with their other teams to make sure that everyone else gets eliminated. There's going to be lots and lots of explosions. We may end up in a situation where we don't even see 3 laps being completed, which may be cool. I don't know. I guess we'll find that out. But yeah, I'll take it away to you, Echo Bit.
Yep, we are racing at the Yada Valley Racetrack. So instead of it being a ship track like you'd normally see in the PU or Arena Commander, we are going to race it in reverse on the ground. And it starts off with a treacherous mountain, and then it leads you into a beautiful reward of a Bunta Eve classic style section. It's really amazing. I can't wait to show you all.
Oh yeah, not to mention, yeah, go ahead, Jess.
Echo, what do people need to do to win this?
They need to complete 3 laps. We're looking for 3 teams to complete a podium, and once we have that racing class is finished. They will be asked to power down their weapons and exit the track when they next can. But the remaining classes need to keep competing until we get 3 laps completed and 3 winners from each class.
Yep. Yeah, so we think this is probably going to take around an hour. Obviously, some things like our bikes are going to be a lot faster than a Nova Tonk. So some of our classes are going to finish a little bit earlier than others. And then obviously we have to keep in mind as well respawns. People may end up being eliminated pretty early. And if everyone ends up getting eliminated pretty early, then we're going to see a lot of sort of respawning into the track. So we think about an hour. We do have a hard time limit for our races as well, just in case we don't get to 3 laps. So hopefully it won't come to that, but we do have those precautions ready. I do want to quickly shout out, though, some of you may notice we had some server issues as we were getting in. And the reason for that is because we have so many people in this party. It's not just our racers that we have with us, it's also all of our admin and our security. And so just a quick shout out quickly to the security that are going to be helping us today. So we have a bunch of big security orgs helping us, as do help with a bunch of our events. We have the Ragtag, Mercs, Armor, EX, Vanguard, White Lightning Solution, and Joker's Gambit, and we'll tell you more about them over the course of today.
Yeah, look, these events don't happen without like heaps of people coming together to help us out with this sort of stuff. Like, you cannot run it with 1 or 2 people. You need security because we have dickheads who want to actually come and ruin things. You need supporting crew to actually get these people out there as well. Like, it doesn't happen without these people. So massive thank you to everyone who's come out today as well.
Yeah. Alrighty, shall we have a look at our race class overview?
Let's go.
Here we go. So this is our multi-crew class. We've got 4 tanks across a couple of teams here. We've got Amarok's Fang, Omega Aerosports, and Merger Mayhem. Merger Mayhem, I think you'll notice as we go through today, I think is our super team of the day. They have people in every single class, as well as a bunch of support craft too. So they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. They're going to be the giant that you're going to want to eliminate today. We have the first team, Omega Aerosports. We're going to see Zollner and Jazz the Fox. One moment. Why did I start there? That's not how this is done. Zollner and Jazz the Fox from Omega Aerosports. We do have a couple of interviews with these players as well that we'll talk about as we go through. But from Omega, nothing to be said. Wish you guys the best of luck, and we'll see how your tonks can go. The Jazz the Fox will be the gunner for that team.
I'll jump in it. We have Merger Mayhem, who is racing today with 2 Nova tanks. We have Cheat Leak 1 and that goofy gamer girl. So, Cheat Leak, how did you get into Star Citizen? I watched DMR Rally 2951 and I knew I wanted to be an SC racer. And their favorite ship is the Anvil Carrack. Decent choice. Goofy gamer girl.
Sorry, just one of those people that always votes the Carrack every year. Jeez. Wow. Eliminate him, get him off the table.
Please don't follow any advice. But also, please kill them. And Goofy Gamer Girl, what did you get into Star Citizen for? I saw Anza Racing and XGR on Twitter, and it pushed me down that pipeline. So yes, that propaganda worked, and it's kicked off your endless desire for new ships. So big shout outs, obviously, to XGR as well, who are a massive racing team.
Mm-hmm. Driver number 2 for Merger Mayhem is going to be a Liquid Prime, and their gunner, I have no idea how to pronounce it. Dionsman.
Yeah, I'm never doing a German accent again, but yep.
Dionsman. Their friend Checkered, who we do see quite a lot in a lot of these events as well, showed me some clips of him racing, and overall it looked thrilling, so I decided to give it a try, and things just left off from there. Their first racing ship was the Sewlin during the starter ship Circuit 3, which is awesome. I do like that we have a bunch of different varieties of races throughout all the different orgs and whatnot that we can, mess around with some weird ships that you would normally not see racing. They love shooting down a target that fights back. I never imagined myself racing, but I'm glad I joined the racing community. And we are too, Dinite. Please just message me how to pronounce your name.
Dionsman.
Dionsman. I'm normally good at this. I just only know English because I'm stupid. Then we have Amarok's Fang. Go ahead.
I'll do Amarok. So we have Dark Hour, the driver in a Nova Tonk, and Raging Casual acting as the gunner. They got into Dark Hour got into Star Citizen via the DMR Rally and a number of org members who are interested. So, hey, guess what? They joined. Also, they love Gran Turismo. Hell yeah, Gran Turismo is awesome. I love me a good license challenge. Their favorite ship is the hover bikes, as well as the Ursa and Lynx. And Raging Casual, they got into here via Amarok's Fang as well, so they needed somebody to replace them, so in they come. And their favorite ship is the Caterpillar, the Long Boy.
I don't love the Caterpillar. I just gotta say, it needs some love. We need some modules for it.
There needs to be something more to do.
Alternatively, just let me put some turrets on it, and then we can take it to Mountains of Mayhem. Who knows? Just shoot. As in, like, when I say turrets, I'm talking like Valkyrie turrets. Let me put a handheld turret on the side of the Caterpillar.
Just in every hold. Yep.
Yeah, 100%. Open up and just start firing your, what is it, technically size 0 guns or whatever.
Nah.
Moving on to our technical class, we have Amarok's Fang. They're going to be running a Cyclone TR, and the driver is going to be Gravity Cat. And Gravity Cat, what got them into racing, they like driving fast things. Their first racing ship or vehicle was the Mustang Omega. Isn't the Omega like the really fancy one?
Is that the one that you got?
That's the super fancy one, right?
Yeah. You got it from buying an Intel AMD drive or something, I believe.
Yeah, it was the AMD promotion.
Is that right, Echo? Echo would know.
I think.
Yep. AMD promotion.
Yeah. Your first ship was an Omega. Well, I guess that promotion worked in one way or the other. Favorite vehicle to fly was the pre-restriction Cyclone RC. I am so there with you, Gravity Cat. I loved how the Cyclone RC used to be. It used to be awesome. So I hope that they can bring that back a little bit. The gunner for them is going to be Anril. What got them into racing? I played a lot of racing games over my lifetime, starting with Indy 500 on the Atari 2600. So we have a senior citizen here playing today. When my org set up a team for the Team Rally 2023, I got involved and have been racing in Star Citizen ever since. It's awesome, Emerald. We love to see it.
Next up, we have Lens Nation. So that's how I assume you pronounce it.
Yeah.
There's 2 Cyclones. We have driver number 1, which is Lens Nation. Shout out for actually naming your org after yourself. That is a massive compliment. The gunner for that first bike is Jung Plunga? Yeah. And driver number 2, Frozen 6169. Nice. And their gunner for them is Simortus. Also, I hope I said that right. So, Lens Nation, how did you get into Star Citizen? Well, I spoke to you, i.e. Echo, and you introduced me to the racing scene in Star Citizen. So that was my first main experience with Star Citizen. And their favorite ships are the Nomad, Cuddy, Medivac, and Cyclone. You can only pick one favorite ship. Is this...
Look, don't put them down, Jez, all right? They're all 4 of those vehicles are amazing.
They're all valid choices. But we'll have words afterwards about how many ships you can actually choose. Junga doesn't have anything to say. They're just sitting there silently, stoic. So we're just going to leave them be. Frozen 6169, though, how did you get here? Influenced by fellow streamer to join in on the Snake Pit.
Nice.
And their favorite ship is the Mirai Fury LX. And Simortus. This is my first experience of racing in Star Citizen, so we have a rookie, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah.
I
feel like this is one of the events where if you're a rookie, that's okay because it's more about the shooting than it is about the racing.
It's more about just pure luck at this point, I think. Their favorite ship is the Cutlass Black. Hell yeah, Cutlass Black is probably my favorite ship as well. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Over to you.
Yeah. Let's move over to Merger Mayhem again. We have one of their teams in a Cyclone TR, one of their teams in an Origin Lynx Rover. Quelsar is going to be driving our Lynx today. They started racing about 3 years ago in Arena Commander and later in community racetracks and events from Anzia, XGR, and Atmo. We know Quelsar. You should all know Quelsar. You should know the name. If you haven't, jot it down, put it in a notepad because Quelsar is a fantastic racer in the community. So we're very happy to see Quelsar back today. Favorite vehicle to fly is the Razor for its smooth atmo control and beautiful racing lines and inspiration from F1 vehicles. When not racing, I enjoy my MSR. I do have to say, the Razor, I feel like they got like perfect in terms of like its flavor of it being a racer and its aesthetics. Perfect looking like F1 vehicle. Their gunner is going to be Shugo the Lucky One. They saw the Daymar chaos and thought they wanted some of that action. Well, hopefully you'll get some of that action today with some nice explosions. Their first racing ship was also the Gamma. Where are people getting the Gamma? All these people are getting the Gamma from everywhere. It's crazy. They do have a claim to fame, of course. As once again, the reason it's called, by the way, Merge of Mayhem is this is like 3 or 4 massive racing teams that we see in a bunch of these events, all combining just for the Mountains of Mayhem. And of course, Shugo was part of Team Nomi's for the Daymar Rally, so they got first place this year. Moving on to the Cyclone, Herbie is going to be driving the Cyclone this year. Everyone knows Herbie as well. Herbie, what got you into racing? Croncy was racing. Figure that looks fun. Aww. And now you crush me every time we race against each other. Can you slow down, please? Jeez. Their favorite vehicles to fly are the Herc and Nomad or the Cyclone RC, which once again, hopefully the Cyclone RC gets its boost back soon. It's just so much fun.
Also, Herbie claims they can have 10 double dogs in one sitting. I would challenge him to that fact. I would like to
Citizen Con, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to hold you to that, Herbie. Don't think I won't. The Cyclone Gunner, Herbie's right-hand man, Estrella, is going to be jumping in Cyclone Gun for that one. What got you into racing? It's all Herbie's fault. He was looking for a support pilot role for Punch Buggy in the Daymar Rally last year and had nothing else to do that day. We finished 3rd in the Buggy class. They absolutely crushed it. Ever since, Estrella and Herbie have been attached at the hip. Claims to fame, obviously, yeah, with Punch Buggy, 3rd in Daymar Rally last year, 2-time winner of the Crux Cup Heavy class last year and this year. So also a bunch of ANZIA winners here as well. Okay. Moving on to the Red Legion races, I'll send that one over to you, Jez. Emperor
Pravis in a Rock DS is the driver, so good luck to them. And their gunner is Frost1545. Empress, you got into Star Citizen via interested in competitive esports, but never found a game that I cared much about until Star Citizen. Who would have thought? Mm-hmm. And says this is due to the fact that it's such a supportive community, which it is.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Favorite ships to fly. Once again, they're picking more than one, so that's marks off. Yep. Mercury Night Runner, A1 Bomber, and a Super Hornet Heat Seeker. Good choices. Yeah, okay. And their claims to fame. I am a squadron leader and head of esports for the wonderful org, the Red Legion.
I do love that. If you guys aren't familiar with the Red Legion, this is Red Monster SC's awesome org. I do love that they have a head of esports. We need more of that. Can we get some more of that in some orgs, please?
Can we just get more fancy titles in general, please?
True. Yeah. I'll be the head of tire repair.
Their gunner is Frost1545.
Sorry, gunner is a generous term. This is our mining laser operator for reference.
Passenger is probably the more appropriate title, but
look, they're bringing a DS. I am so excited to see this thing do some work. I really want to see some explosions from that.
Even if it's just them, because it's likely they will explode. But Frost got into Star Citizen via loving anything that involves precision. So I don't think a rock really involves precision, but you can try. Seeing top racers compete in complete control is inspiring. I agree. People who can actually control these ships are absolutely amazing. And their favorite ship or vehicle is any light fighter or interceptors. Once again, marks off for more than one. And the Nova tank, which is a choice.
Yeah.
Under them, we have the one and only Mootkins. So they are driving an Ursa. They got into Star Citizen and wanted to try out different gameplay aspects that Star Citizen has to offer. And they just saw racing and was like, hell yeah, let's go. Looked at all sort of different things from mining, salvage, dogfighting, piracy, machinimas, and so on. And just kind of reminds me back of those early Halo Day feels. So
yeah,
I 100% agree. Like the amount of things that you can do with this game, which are not like initially sort of have like a gameplay loop initially is amazing. Favorite ship, Corsair. Hell yeah, I agree. It's a good ship. I think
Also, just terrifying to watch it shoot ever.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Over to you, Croncy.
All right, moving over to Sire Racing, another team that we see competing in all of these events. We have two Ursas. Driver number one is going to be NeoJet. Got into racing in Star Citizen by the amazing places that you can discover on it. Which, yeah, you can find some really, really cool locations when you are doing racing, because people find these weird, unique spots that have no things around them, and you can do some awesome stuff with them. Also, what was your first racing ship or vehicle? Mustang Gamma. I'm losing my mind. What is going on? The favorite ship to fly or vehicle to drive is the Mustang Omega, though. So keeping on that Mustang train. Their claim to fame was the first Spanish racing team, and a great racing team at that. Their gunner is going to be Caxum. The other half of their team, we're going to have Salem Frost driving. At first, what moved me the most was my city's tradition for racing, but then NeoJet appeared and became my ideal teammate, so I was encouraged to continue competing. No claim to fame, they just compete for fun. Used to be a good racer, but nowadays there are many perfectionist racers. I'll leave the fame for them. Well, now you get your chance to blow them the hell up. And the gunner for that rover is going to be Danevel. Let's move over to the biker class, and I'll send that one to you, Jez.
Sweet. We have Amarok Fang Racing, and we have Big Flex. They have nothing to say, also sitting there stoically, which is,
Yep.
Yep.
You'll notice as well all dragonflies for our bikes today, which is makes a lot of sense. It's probably the best for this style of racing.
Yeah. So, yeah, they've got nothing to say, so I'm going to actually throw it back again to you to Merge Mayhem.
Back to Merge Mayhem again. What? Also worth noting, Amarok's Fang do have a team in the Tonks as well. Merge Mayhem have a team in all three divisions. So we do have some of these larger teams who are going to be shooting across class. Two Dragonflies for Merge Mayhem. First driver is going to be Jackaden, who I believe was mentioned earlier. I think we were talking about them. Saw some XGR videos while getting to know Starset, and the racing scene and community immediately caught my eye. Started playing SC with the intent of participating in the races and haven't looked back since. Hell yeah. Your first ship was not the Omega or the Gamma, so that's nice. Your first race you participated in was the Aurora, but the first official racing ship you owned was the Razor. Once again, great ship. Also, notable fact, 400i favorite daily driver. Let's go. Best shipping game. Claim to fame, first place in AX2 division and Crux Cup of this year with Sanguis Luna team. First overall in Gladiator Showdown 2954. Driver number 2 for the team in the biker class, we have Gerbo the Gnome. Once again, another person that you should all know. What got you into racing? Quelsar. We just started doing pickup practices of courses. First racing ship or vehicle was the Razor. You love the hover bikes, which I feel like we can figure that out. Let's see how you go with the biker class. Claim to fame. This is an interesting one. I'm so competitive that I tore my MCL in college playing dodgeball. Nice. We like that. We like someone committed. Once caught a tank shell while on a hover bike. Now that I'm interested to know more about.
Is that caught, or is that
with a tractor beam, or did it hit you?
Yeah.
Very, very excited to find out that. Anything else we should know? Faster together and happy Pride. Moving on to Southern Cross Alliance. Off you go, Jess.
Hell yeah, my boys, Southern Cross Alliance. If you don't know, this is my org, so I'm somewhat biased with them. We have 2 races today in 2 Dragonflies. We have Checks Too Good. So what got you into Star Citizen? EchoBit, like a lot of people. So EchoBit, how do you feel about being the gateway drug to Star Citizen?
I'm completely innocent.
I doubt
you can't get me.
but they also just loved racing in general, so that's awesome. Hell yeah, checks too good. Their first ship was the Merlin of all things, and they also tried to learn the M50, and it did not go so well. And their favorite ship is the Gladius. Any claims to fame? Okay, one time I got to play Rocket League with the then lead singer of Australian band Hands Like Houses. Is that a claim to fame? ? I don't know. I'm also a GTA role player, and I have played on some of the bigger servers like NoPixel and Onyx. And I played Counter-Strike. Stripe?
Counter-Strike?
Competitively. They also really love chocolate, so they really wanted people to know that.
Yep. Nice having an old head competitive esporter to pop in. It's awesome.
Oh yeah. And last but certainly not least, Trotster. What got you into Star Citizen? Once again, EchoBit, the gateway drug of Star Citizen racing, strikes again. They were also here during the original Mountains of Mayhem during COVID, so we've got an OG, people. Trotster.
Yep.
First ship was the Constellation Andromeda, and their favorite ship marks off again, more than one, Corsair Defender and 890. Good choices. Anything we'd like to know? They have won Mountains of Mayhem multiple times, like an absolute G, and they also make pretty good home pizza.
I'm gonna also put you on that, Trotster. Give me some pizza. We can be the judge of that, us casters. All right, we'll see how that pizza goes.
This is now MasterChef Anza.
Mountains of Mayhem, more like Mountains of Pizza. Am I right? Let's move on. We have some pit crews today, which is awesome to see. So we actually have a bunch of extra support craft, which is awesome. So starting off with Amarok's Fang, we've got Jay Skell as the team captain. Now remember, Amarok's Fang, one of the teams with multiple people in divisions. So team captain is going to be relevant here, probably actually deciding how they're going to go about choosing targets and whatnot over the course of the race. We'll go into racing. Amarok's Fang volunteered to be a backup for one of the Daymar Rally teams and ended up being on the team. Enjoyed it so much I signed up to do it again the following year. I have 2 Daymar Rallies under my belt now with the AF guys. Otherwise, I help the team practice as I'm more about supporting the races than the actual racing. Hell yeah. Look, that's almost certainly one of the best things that you can be, is the support team, especially when you're a captain. There's a lot that goes into that sort of stuff, so it's great to see you here today. The race engineer for Amarok's Fang today is going to be Andy 70 in that C2 Hercules. Also, you notice that we do have respawns here, so I think a lot of our captains are going to be in the respawns today, most likely. The respawn ships and vehicles. So make sure you're working out for that as well. Lens Nation, our race team captain is going to be Skipster Actual, and they're going to be using a Medevac and a C2. What got them into racing in Star Citizen? EchoBit. You're just convincing all these people to play racing. EchoBit being such a nice person and taking part on Lens' stream. I should add the fact is community-based and well-organized, but not over-the-top controlled. I do like that about a lot of the Anzio racing things. It's a lot freer when we want to get into the events, and it goes well. It's nice. First racing ship or vehicle was the Reclaimer.
Hell yeah.
Your first vehicle was the Reclaimer? That's a big vehicle to be first vehicle. I support it. I rate it. Anything else we should know? I treat others as they treat me and try to support the SC community in my own small way. I've backed SC since the start, as have my family, enjoying the SC journey. Although an occasional SC constructive critic, I like making new like-minded friends, as well as creative and inspirational people. Hell yeah. Merger Mayhem. Dunk is going to be our race team captain today. Regeneration platform is going to be the C8R and the C2 Hercules. What got them into Star Citizen? My good friend Scuttled introduced me to XGR. Lots of XGR people that we get to see during each one of these events, which is awesome. First racing ship was a Razor when it was a good ship to learn with before Master Modes. It was a solid one. I personally really enjoyed the Razor, but I would usually go for the Merlin. But I did like it. It was good fun. What are your favorite ships to fly or vehicles to drive? I plead the 5th. Master Mode tunings ruined my favorites, but I do enjoy driving the Steve. Race team captain is going to be Space Tech. We're also seeing Diplomat. We're also seeing Randprint here as an engineer. We're also seeing Lily or Fei. So yeah, lots and lots of people working together for us for Merger Mayhem for that team. And I keep saying us just because I know a lot of these people. I may, if it is not obvious, I may be biased. Moving on to Omega Aerosports. Race team captain is going to be Ace Nightmare with the C8R and the C2. What got you into racing? I saw a clip on Reddit of Smithy doing a snake pit run in the Hull A. The moment the clip ended, my first thought was I could do that faster. That is brave. I would very much like to know if you did indeed beat Smithy immediately, or if it took a little bit longer. You've grown rather fond of the Mustang Gamma, but love the absurdity of racing the Hull A. Sweet. And in general, racing ships that were not designed for racing. Hell yeah. I'd like to see just how many races you can do in Platinum with with a Hull A. I imagine you can probably do all of them. Let's see what you can do. Also, confirmation. Apparently he did. Apparently he did beat Smithy. One of your favorite ships to fly? At the risk of sounding like a broken record, the Hull A is just such a perfect little ship. Can't wait till we can do things like put the Pulse or Ranger on the cargo grids. Not just for, regular movement, but things like this would be very interesting too. So yeah, hope that happens sooner rather than later. And you're never gonna believe this. Their claim to fame is that they hold the SCR world record for the Hull A at the Snake Pit. I think if you need someone who's good in the Hull A, this is going to be your person. Yeah, so that is what we have for our support craft. So it's going to be a pretty awesome group of teams there. Red Legion, Sire Racing, and SCA are just teams of racers and are going to be handling the regeneration transport of their own vehicles today. So no major support crew for them there, but we obviously wish them the best of luck. So that's the teams that we're going to be seeing today. Let's have a quick look at what they're going to be competing for. So here we go. In the multi-crew class, we have 6 Ursa medevacs, 6 sub-FPS gear or weapons, and 6 sub-FPS weapons up for grabs. Now, we do only have 3 teams in the multi-crew class, so they're essentially just going to be competing for placement here. Everyone will win some stuff already, which is awesome. And that's why you should make sure that you come and join in next time around. Maybe you'll be lucky enough to get these awesome prizes. Moving on to the technical division. We have 6 Ranger TRs, which hopefully we'll get to see at the Mountains of Mayhem next year. And once again, we've got 6 of some sub FPS gear and some sub FPS weapons. So you can get those fancy skins next time you want to pop into, Arena Commander or anywhere, really.
Also, I just realized I was on mute the entire time. So, everything I said was actually hilariously funny. I'd like to everyone in chat to actually laugh and go, "Oh my god, he's so funny." Have we finished these? Oh, we're going back biker class.
Here we go. 4
pulses for first place. Hell yeah, that's 1 for every one of you. Maybe 1 for your mum. Maybe 1 for your dad. Second prize is 4 of any sub FPS gear or weapon, and third is 4 times any sub FPS weapon. Your mum and dad are going to love it. Thanks, guys.
Hell yeah, we'd love to see it. All right. Well, it sounds like we're getting a lot closer to being ready to start this one. We've already got some views. There we go. Hell yeah. We've got some bouncy little dragonflies. Now, one of the good things about the location that we're doing this track is, 1, it's a track that you guys can go and do yourself right now because it is in the game, both in Arena Commander and in live. But also, there's some lighting around too. So even if we do end up doing this race in the dark, we should be able to see it quite a bit of what we want. Yeah, this is going to be a good fun time. You guys excited?
Absolutely.
I'm really excited. And look, we've got this cool track overview camera as well.
Yeah, so you can see here, we'll be able to essentially watch this over the course of the day just to see where everyone is. We're probably, there's going to be a lot of names around, so we're probably going to be mostly using it to watch where our leaders are, and especially our tanks. I think we're going to be watching our tanks most of the day. As they're going to be essentially the last ones to finish, I would imagine.
They will be easy to spot by the speed that they are going, at least. So
Yes.
we'll understand it.
And the massive explosions happening around them, I hope.
I would just hope that they're constantly firing their guns, even if they're not shooting at anybody.
Yes.
I feel that that's important. There will be an award. I will honestly award a prize to somebody who actually fires their gun their entire time. What that is, up to it's a surprise. So good luck to the tanks.
Is it going to be a pine bomb? It's going to be a pine bomb. I'm not going to explain what that is for the stream, but you don't want it.
I'll leave it to your imagination.
So yeah, apparently one of our cameras has already exploded. So the explosions have already begun very, very early. We're going to be moving some wreckage and whatnot before we get started. But it's going to be very interesting. So once again, a reminder, guys, the way that this is going to work is it's going to be, unlike our other ANZIA races, it is not an hour to do as many laps as you can. You are here to do 3 laps. This is a rule that existed for the original Mountains of Mayhem. Yeah, you're just trying to do 3 laps as quickly as you can. But obviously you are going to be fighting as well. It is weapons live for the entirety of the race. So you have a lot of instances. Sorry, just a great view of the ROC there. This is, I cannot wait to see this do some work. I'm really, really excited. This is what the ROC was actually designed for. CIG just didn't know that.
What it reminds me, you know that scene in Mad Max where he's on the front of the car? This is that car in Star Citizen. We're in the front of the car, hooked to a blood bag.
Yep, I love it. In addition, I just want to mention as well, the prizes that we showed you just a little bit earlier are brought to you by Southern Cross Alliance. So thank you very much, Southern Cross. And there is also being some stuff donated by Frontier Consolidated for a raffle and whatnot. So very, very much thank you to Frontier Consolidated. We appreciate that a ton. And if you guys at home watching on Twitch want to help support any of the events that ANZIA does, make sure to sub. Make sure to sub on Twitch. You can maybe go to Twitch Prime. Maybe you can steal money from Jeff Bezos directly from his pockets. That's what I do to do my subs for Twitch Primes. Every time you do it, what they actually do is they grab Jeff Bezos and they shake him until $2.50 comes out. I believe that's how that works.
He's like one of those Mario coin blocks. He's just like ding 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 ding. Yeah. Please don't take this as advice to shake Jeff Bezos. We do not want that lawsuit.
I mean, that would be a very interesting court documents. Anyway, so yeah, some great views here of our teams. Obviously, a massive thank you to all of the admin and the camera work that we're going to be seeing from so much of our teams. Oleg line with some awesome views at the start line here. Yeah, it's awesome to have you guys so we can get some awesome views of the mayhem that's about to arrive.
It's like Commander Tenner's comment there. Vibrate, Jeff. Now, all I've got is like, those vibration machines that used to be all the rage for working out. We just got Jeff Bezos in one of those and just coins falling out of it.
That's fantastic. So we've got Novas, we've got Ursas, we got Cyclone TRs, we got Dragonflies, we've got a lone Rock DS. Starting with you, Jez. 2 questions. 1, what do you think is going to cause the most mayhem? And like which type of vehicle do you think is going to cause the most mayhem? And 2, what are you most excited to see today?
All right, I'm going to start off with what I'm most excited to see. I think we both have a soft spot for The Rock because, come on.
It's just a sick pick.
Look at it. Yeah. In terms of the most mayhem, I think it's actually going to be the bikes because those are the ones that are going to be passing the people the most.
Yeah.
So we're going to see either bikes explode dramatically or bikes just dealing some death themselves.
Probably also most likely to explode, not to like damage as well. Like the bikes go fast enough that the track can be a threat to them. So.
Exactly.
Pretty likely.
The random bike explosions is what I'm looking forward to. There will be speed, but there will be fire.
Yeah. All right, we got 60 seconds to go. So Echo, I'll get your quick answer on that, and then we'll get to see some awesome fighting.
I want to see the Novas shoot the dragonflies out of the sky. You got this, Novas.
Hell yes. Yeah, I want to see someone like free shot just with the actual cannon the Nova out of the sky. That's what I'm after, right? Someone coming around to lap the Nova and then just as it's coming around, pop ya. That's what I want to see. Yeah.
Battlefield style. Whoosh, just explosions in the air.
Yeah. So we will be coming at you guys with a bunch of updates as we go through, but we're essentially going to be watching the same thing as you guys are. So if you see anything that happens and we don't, let us know. Let us know if you see any explosions or you see any passings or whatnot. We'll keep you updated when everyone is finishing laps and what the lap times may be, as they should be getting started any moment now. And if we should get a really good view here of the teams.
I just love how that dragonfly is absolutely vibing right now.
Literally vibrating. It is just.
Look, they're just excited. They're about as excited as we are, and I look forward to the explosions. Green flag.
Green flag, indeed. Now our camera feed may be a little bit delayed as well, so we'll see what happens. There we go. So we're about 15 seconds late, and already some fire going off with our dragonflies. Look at those rovers and TRs and the cyclone, not the cyclone. Sorry, the RC. Oh my god, my brain. The DS.
The DS.
There's too many abbreviations. And
the Nintendo DS.
The Nintendo DS. That Tonk doing some backflips, but also shooting quite heavily. The TR's going real hard. Someone exploded. I think that was a Tonk.
There's a Tonk.
I don't think the Tonk exploded. I think just the explosions. Yeah, the explosions themselves are just massive. So already massive carnage at the start line. I don't think it's going to be too long till we see our dragonflies make their way through. Look at that DS go. Lasers in the air.
It's literally a laser show all day with them. What I think happened to that Tonk before, they literally crashed into a rock at the start, then shot the rock. They just shot it. They thought it was a hazard, and they thought they needed to kill that rock.
You gotta clear out the rocks somewhere. Look, you need to make sure that there's small enough rocks that the DS can actually start mining some things. Yeah. There we go.
Oh, I love this view, Echo. How good is this? Oh my goodness.
It's so good to have party markers in a clear view.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not all jumbled together. Lights out.
Yep.
Echo, do you have a favorite?
I'm rooting for Southern Cross Alliance, of course, but we are biased.
We have to be. That's how it works. So there we go. We do have some destroyed. So that was Jadokin is destroyed. I did notice there when we were in the overview as well. Gerber the Gnome way out in front, it seems, for the bike division, which is unsurprising with just how well Gerbo can operate that thing. Very interestingly here, and it may actually come back to bite them. I just noticed the DS probably has a really hard time shooting behind it with the laser. Like, they are probably within range of what that rover was, but you just can't. The laser doesn't reach, and so we're not going to see much damage from there. But this tank doing a nice patrol of what it is behind it, making sure there's no tanks coming forward. And I think this is probably our forward tank at the moment, as we just saw an explosion behind them. I imagine that was someone trying to shoot at them.
Or they just trying to propel themselves with the tank shells.
Possibly.
Is that a strategy, Echo? Can they do that? Is that illegal?
Or they ram into the pipes.
It's not illegal, and we will allow it.
Oh, yeah.
We'll allow it.
That would be so cool.
That's the big thing. Remember, this is a death race. There's not many rules. There are not many rules. We're here to see some carnage. We're here to just throw vehicles at the wall and see what, instead of sticks, what blows through the wall. So yeah, a great view here. We've got Mookins, who I think is our solo racer in the Rover as part of another team, and then Checked Leak and that goofy gaming girl right next to them.
They are all grouped up here, so it's bloody close. There is going to be carnage at some point, and look, we can see most of the people are probably taking the more direct route, so the lower route there. Do you think there's any reason to pick the higher routes?
It's going to depend on practice. I haven't been able to run this myself, but if I was just going to be probably taking the lower routes. It's distance and ease of going up the mountains, right? That's usually the case. So we do have a fastest lap. Our first lap is going to be been completed by the Dragonfly with Gerbo the Gnome, a 4 minutes and 1 second. So 1 lap down, 2 laps to go, but they are about to, this is the thing that I was really excited for. All of those Dragonflies are about to then approach this mass of Tonks and Cyclone TRs and everything else. And so there's going to be a big, big fight here.
Let's go. This is what we want. This is what we waited for. Look, the only reason why you'd probably want to take the
Look
higher
at all the
route.
missiles on screen.
Oh my goodness.
Something's happening out there.
I wonder if those are the missiles from the Tonks, possibly. A couple of the anti-air missiles maybe going off after Gerbo. Who knows? Either way, lots of carnage.
Couple of ships destroyed there as well. So Big Flex has been destroyed. So sorry, Big Flex. You tried, mate.
I think you get to try again, but
Exactly.
now it's slower.
So Big Flex was in a Dragonfly running in Amarant's Fang Racing. So unfortunately for them, yep, come back strong.
Yeah.
We just saw a Dragonfly just shoot across the chaos there. No one touched them, unfortunately. But yeah.
There we go. We see Herbie and Lens Nation right next to each other. Herbie were able to take over just earlier. One thing I do like to see as well is you get to see, you know, if their names are red, that means they've probably been shooting recently. So a little bit of confirmation, guys. I swear they are actually fighting with their guns.
Mootkin's just ahead there. Yep.
Yep.
This is a close race, and we got a close-up shot of the tank. That is
The desync on that is very funny.
absolutely vibing out there.
Notably as well, I'm just looking at the overhead camera. It looks like Gerbo is really in the thick of our teams at the moment. A little bit ahead, I believe. It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, there we go. Passing through Salem Frost, about to hit Oleg, one of our cameras. So Gerbo almost lapping the entire teams now. So pretty crazy. Confirmation from the chat. CHX have run out of bikes. So they're now watching. So their bikes are already gonskis. Meanwhile, speaking of bikes, Gerbo, has successfully lapped everyone on the table at the moment. And they're going to be presumably finishing their second lap pretty soon.
Checks, does that include both you and Trots completely out of bikes? Are you out of the race? That sounds like what's happened there. This is very disappointing.
Jazz is going to kick you from the org if...
I had my hopes and dreams all placed on you, like some sort of sporting parent, but no. Once again, disappointed. It's all right. Next time, boys. Thanks for coming.
Definitely.
Gerbo out there.
Yeah.
Absolutely zooming.
Gerbo just an absolutely insane pilot on the Dragonfly, so unsurprising that from what we've seen, at the very least, it's just been the one Dragonfly that they've been using throughout the course of the race so far. And going to be very, very huge if they are able to take it for Merger Mayhem, as we do still have Checkered and Big Flex out there somewhere, though we did see that Big Flex got eliminated a little bit earlier. Oh! Camera gun.
Woo! Whoa!
I think we've had more camera explosions than we've had ship explosions, like racing explosions today, which is cool. Here we go, an awesome view of that. Really, really cool. What is it called? What's the shot? It's been so long since I've used this gun. The scatter gun. The awesome laser scatter gun here.
The dominant scatter guns.
Absolutely harassing them with the scattergun there.
Yep.
Jesus.
Losing a lot of distance there, though. I think the TR is probably just a much better situated vehicle for this race, as well as obviously not great that they ended up taking the wide line there. Though both vehicles are a little bit slower here. They've come up to some obstacles. Another TR here. If they see it soon enough, maybe they'll go for it, unless it is a teammate. We'll try to find that out soon, but I imagine that is the case.
Well, they're not shooting at them. Also, yeah.
Maybe they don't know they're there.
Oh!
We're about to find out because they're turning. They're
So,
turning.
so yeah.
Oh, they're going, different routes. Interesting. Yeah. Also, pour one out for our poor camera operators. Yes.
Yep.
They are the true heroes of this race.
Doing God's work.
No, dying.
Yeah, there we go. So we're going to be approaching our first lap completed pretty soon for our technical division. As you can see them over there in the right side. If you're looking on the screen, look towards roughly Fetacol, Whisper Dark. Around that section, you can see a couple of our teams coming through. You can see Lens Nation appear to be the lead for the division at the moment, but we know it's quite cluttered there. So big fights are going to be happening, and it's all about that third lap.
Yeah, that's.
Whoa, Tonk!
I feel like there's a pack forming there.
Yep. That Tonk, the Tonks go a lot faster than you give them credit for. You know, they are quite speedy, especially when you get on a flat ground and you're just going max speed. They can be a pretty nasty force.
On the flat ground, when they've got an opportunity just to absolutely send it, they're fine.
Yeah.
Anything uphill or involving rocks, not so much.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's so much fun to actually just drive them around as well. So I can see why so many people would have chose the tank.
Not to mention, they brought out Tank Royale, and there is that is one of the most fun modes that at least I've ever gotten to experience. It just absolutely pops off, and so there's that sort of credit to it as well. You actually get a little bit of experience, I guess, if you've done a bunch of Tank Royale.
Do you think that's going to replace War Thunder or?
No, I think the Mountains of Mayhem is going to replace War Thunder. Come on, Duncan. Let's get to it. Come on. Bring it in. I love it.
Oh, dear. It is... Well, it's still chaos out there. Have we lost anyone else? I haven't seen anyone else die yet. I feel people have become... it's sort of reached that point where people have sort of spread out enough where death isn't happening as much. Yep.
But the nature of the 3 laps then means, like I said, as you start lapping each other, you start to get into situations where people end up right on top of each other again, which is pretty sweet. So here we go. Again, our overview camera. Interesting that Big Flex is moving down that way. They may be on that top route. We'll see if they turn here. It looks like they do. So they are back on the track, it seems, from our perspective. And look at this massive group right at the front there going towards their first lap completion. So we may actually see, if that was I think that was the group that had the tank, we may see both a tank and a technical division here complete their first laps. So maybe we didn't give the tank enough credit. Maybe it can indeed go fast enough, if that is indeed the case, which I kind of am hoping it is.
Let's go tank drivers. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I think it is. There we go. Yeah, you can see that tank right now, as well as a bunch of these TRs, a bunch of these Lynxes, which I thought these Lynx were not going to be able to compete at all, but they've certainly been doing okay. Yeah, they're hanging in there. They're fast enough, I guess. Maybe they don't have the damage output as some of these other vehicles do, and they're still doing okay. They're still doing solid. So I do wonder as well if our TRs have possibly run out of ammo, as it was looking like we were all ballistics. So that could be the case as well. Maybe we'll see some visits to the support craft to get out a fresh TR, or maybe even the Dragonflies have been doing that as we've been going through. We're very curious to see how Gerbo's doing at the moment, but I can see it at the moment. I'm looking there. Gerbo about 1/3, maybe 2/5 of the way through their next lap.
Hell yeah. Also, I recommend saying hell yeah after everything that you say, so you sound like an 80s wrestler.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So speaking of, we do have our first couple of finishes across our first line. So we have Checked Leak in our lead in the Nova division, getting their first lap 12 minutes, 10 seconds, .658. And then in our technical division, Herbie in the Cyclone TR with a 12:17.845. But only not even 2 seconds, 1.5 seconds behind them is Lens Nation. So Team Herbie and Lens Nation right next to each other in the TR, so we're going to expect some big fights from them and some big pushes. Followed by, of course, then after them, we've got Mootkins and Quelsar. So those are our two Lynxes. And just then, as I mentioned that, Jung Plunger, also in a Cyclone TR, from Team Lens Nation, crosses over at 13.59.
Let's go, lads. And ladettes and everyone else in between. Also, what happened there before? Big Flex, no, you exploded again.
Yeah. That's one of the things we thought would happen. The Dragonflies are still in a rough state, and they are still like the most survivable Gravlev, even with that in mind. But they will explode to a slight breeze sometimes.
Yeah, look, you're gonna finish ahead at least of 2 people because they literally ran out of bikes. There was a warning. I just missed that.
Yeah, I missed who it was for, but it was for skipping tracks, so that's fine. They'll just go back and they'll.
Yep.
Mootkins, awesome. Yep. So yeah, they'll just go back and they'll make sure that everything's fine. They're not doing that too often, and they should be okay.
Anyone?
Yeah.
The penalty for actually skipping tracks is eating 10 double dogs.
That's why Herbie had to do it. Okay, this makes sense now. I get it.
Echo, can we set up a double dog stand where people actually need to stop it? It's like a pit stop penalty. They need to get out the cart, eat the double dogs, and then get back in.
Oh, we can do that for delivery GP. Not only do you have to deliver it, but you have to eat some of the product too.
Feels Timmy Man says that seems like more of a bonus. I agree. I literally made like IRL double dogs the other day. It's a good time.
Yep. I disagree. I am very anti double dog, and we're gonna have this conversation right now in the middle of the Mountains of Mayhem. Everyone says, "Oh, the double dog's so good, so delicious. Like everyone should have a double dog." That is too much meat to bread ratio. If you want to have a double dog, just have 2 hot dogs. Okay? I feel like this isn't a brave thing for me to say. I feel like this is, just come on, guys.
You need a vessel for the condiments, though. Like, if you do not have the roll and you do not have a space to actually put the double dogs to actually carry all this weight, where are you going to put all the condiments? Where are you going to put all your onions? Where are you going to put your jalapenos?
Yeah, there's no space.
There's no space. But if you have a roll with 2 hot dogs and it's almost like a hot dog sundae. Add some ice cream in there.
Just a pile of grilled onions, just in the middle.
Yeah, exactly. And you're getting value for money.
Yep.
Someone has also. Oh, I think this is
Mootkins
the
again.
track. Mootkins. That's 20 double dogs for Mootkins.
Let's start the tally now, guys. Let's make sure we're catching how many people are having the double dogs. I would say yes, meat is the main event. Now you have double. And I can't agree. It's just have 2 hot dogs. All right, it makes sense. Do you not like bread? Maybe if you don't like bread, maybe that's the strat. I don't know.
Look, gluten intolerance, or just if you're on a keto diet, understand, get it. You got to eat 2 hot dogs sometimes. That's what you got to do to stay on that track. But
now, one thing that we're actually getting to see right now is this Tonk. A reminder, ladies and gentlemen, the Tonk does in fact have essentially 3 weapons. You've got the big old gun that everyone loves, the big tank gun. You also have a repeater, which I believe is size 3. I want to say it's a size 3 repeater, maybe a size 2. But then you've also got the missiles. But we got to see just there as we see some fire coming back here, and we can see it here. That laser repeater doing some awesome work. So yeah, it's awesome to see those them going at it like that. So interestingly, Gerbo still only completed 1 lap, so we've probably seen kind of like I was expecting as they came back into the pile of races. Gerbo got eliminated a couple of times and has had to get a fresh Dragonfly out, but is more than halfway through the race now. So we may be seeing our first 2nd lap completion very soon. Also, only moments ago, we saw Liquid Prime, our 2nd Nova, complete their lap number 1 at 17:49. So like I said, actually a lot faster than I was expecting the Novas to finish this. I thought we were just going to see a bunch of Nova explosions to start this off with, and everyone's going to have to grab out some new ones. Apparently, I was wrong. How do you think it's going so far, Echo?
I think it's as exciting as I imagined it. There's a lot of gunfire, there's been some death. There's been disasters as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad to see death in the death racing.
It is it would have been very sad to see no explosions over the course of this entire race. That's not the point. We're here to blow stuff up. Also, just a great shot there of the refinery that's on fire in the background. Like, this was a really awesome a track to choose. So thank you very much, Echo and the team for figuring that one out. It's a lot more enjoyable for sure.
Hell yeah, Echo. Good choice. Also, the reason why I keep on popping off is because 2 Uber Eats deliveries have tried to deliver to my house. I have not ordered any Uber Eats.
Cool. So what'd you get for free?
So I got some bacon and egg rolls.
Nice.
And some coffee. I did send them on the way. I can see where the issue has occurred, so I am unfortunately without food, which is very sad. We see some. Oh my god! Oh, they're harassing them.
Let's go, Rock. Yes, come on.
Just turn on the lasers. I'll distract them. Just like.
Yeah, I need to see this Rock DS eliminate someone. I desperately need to see this. Gerbo has completed lap number 2. Obviously, this was a much slower lap for them, but they've only got 1 lap left for Team Merger Mayhem to finish in first place for the Dragonflies. And at the moment, the only Dragonfly to finish. As we know, one of the teams have a run out of Dragonflies, so they have run out. And then we've obviously been seeing over the time a lot of big flex explosions. But they're coming back in. So wondering what's happening there. Also wondering what's happening with the other Merger Mayhem team with Checkered.
Look how close it is with the that technical group, Herbie.
Yeah.
Lens Nation. Like, they're 1 lap down now, but like before, it was only a few seconds between them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is close.
And yeah, they're right on top of each other. It also means they haven't had much of a chance to like explode each other. So maybe the TRs and the Rover don't really have as much capability at fighting each other as we had maybe previously thought. So I don't know. It might be an interesting retrospective to check that out later.
Oh, absolutely. Like, unfortunately, we can't follow everyone. It would be great if we could have F1 start like with radio commentary between the teams.
Yeah.
What's happening.
One day we'll get the sponsor cameras. So here you go. You can see Jung Plunger, which is one of our cyclone TRs for Lens Nation, hitting somewhat of a snag there, as that's going to be Shugo and their teammate getting ahead of them now. So Shugo and Quelsar, also in a Rover.
Fields Timmy Man has never played Star Citizen before. Can you use a wheel and pedals? I have done this. Yep. I raced the Daymar rally with wheels and a pedal. It was a nightmare, but also absolutely fun.
Yeah.
And like the force feedback wasn't working, but you could use a wheel for flying. Why not? In fact, like I feel like Star Citizen picks up a wheel all the time for Star Citizen. It doesn't necessarily work, but hey, it's there. It's an option. You can probably use it as a yoke. All right, we've got a yellow ship destroyed. Zolna, no.
Zolna's tank, no.
That is our first tank down, I believe, as far as I'm aware. So we may have seen some more tank-on-tank action as we were going around. Pretty big deal. I also would imagine that we've been seeing some of these TRs and some of these Ursas, shooting. We got to watch some of these pot shots and going at them. That is another destroyed for Big Flex. They are running out of these Dragonflies. Once again, not super surprising. Dragonflies are not very good at navigating most locations, not to mention when you're being shot at. Interestingly to note as well, when you do shoot at Gravlevs, they will slow down, which is relevant to note if you ever end up in the Mountains of Mayhem yourself.
Big Flex, I recommend you just staying in. If you can stay in long enough, you will finish 3rd. And you will have some gifts for your mum and dad. That's the important part.
Yep.
Like, carry on. You've got this. We believe in you. Croncy doesn't. I do.
I have never believed in anyone in my life. Especially not myself.
And we see some tank. Is that the Rock? I can't see. Or is it the It's gone.
Can't quite tell myself. I will say I do believe Gerbo may be about to cross the finish line for the third and final time. So we may see our final, our final lap completed for Gerbo, as you can see it right there in that massive pile of people, which there are quite a few of them. There we go. Gerbo has completed 3 laps, which is going to mean that Team Merger Mayhem are going to take first place position in the bike division. They've still got some other races going around as well. We've got Checkered and whatnot, but Gerbo, well done, our first completer.
Hell yeah, Gerbo. We're all very proud of you.
I am. I'm team Merger Mayhem.
Yeah. It's Oh, Lordy Echo. We've got our first winner. What are your thoughts?
Gabby,
And
tried and
that's
true
explosion there,
racer.
okay.
Oh my goodness, an explosion right there.
I have a feeling that was Gerbo backspacing, possibly.
It's just more big
Yeah.
flexing.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Go Echo.
Yeah, congrats, Gerbo. Absolutely deserved. You're a top tier grab live racer. It's so good to see you come out here and give combat racing a try.
Shout out to the camera operator who was filming that body tumbling down the hill. That's always important.
We've had a couple of second lap completions, obviously there as well, as we noticed that Gerbo was sort of at the front of that whole pack. So we've got Checked Leak once again as our Nova is going to be our leader at the moment at 11:55 for that previous lap. Herbie and Lens Nation still within a second and a half of each other. Like, that didn't change. They're just literally directly on top of each other. So that is, Team Lens Nation and Team Merger Mayhem right on top of each other for the technical division. Herbie, at the moment, barely in the lead. Everyone else at the moment still on 1 lap. Checkered, though, did just complete their first lap in the Dragonfly. That one was the yellow jacket. So actually, the explosion that we may have seen could have been Checkered, possibly. Not 100% sure, but I'm hoping it wasn't, so that they can complete some more laps.
It looked to be an explosion.
Oh, big shots there!
Oh,
I always think
yeah!
explosions are big explosions. They're not big. They're just like I wanted to see that tank explode, but that was awesome. Choosing the spot, like, you can't get up through that section where they were shooting from, but it obviously puts them in an awesome vantage point to try to blow it up. Unfortunately, not enough. But if you know anything about the Tonks, it might have been enough to disable their main weapon. Although the way that they're shooting at the moment, probably not.
What is it about giant explosions that just triggers something in the human brain?
I mean, look at this. It's great right now. We're having like a big volley up between the two sections. I don't know. It's cool. Explosions are cool. Gravity Cat with another ship destroyed as well. So that is the Rock DS. The Rock DS has been down 1. I hope that was from shooting. I really hope that was from shooting. Perhaps they were right next to a tank for a lot of the race, so it literally may have been that we've seen.
I'm guessing they accidentally turned the laser on themselves.
They just found an awesome deposit of Haddonite, and they're like, look, we gotta go for it. Overloaded it. Oh no, another dead. So
understandable, really, at the end of the day.
look, respect.
Okay, that's an interesting route to take for that tank there. Let's just rest upon the rocks.
It's the scenic route.
Yeah, they're just having a little rest, little nap.
What's noting as well, like 2 of these teams have, once again, multiple people in the divisions, and they've got team captains that are probably going to be telling them, hey, you should be going for this person, whatever. So we may see situations, and we definitely used to see it in the old Mountain Mayhem days, where some of our vehicles would just sit, like they just wouldn't complete their lap. They would just sit and get ready to blow someone out of the water as they came around and sort of advance that way.
It's a strategy, that's for sure. But also what I'm thinking of is it's more about... I'm going to bring us back to the 1904 Olympic Marathon, where the 4th place getter actually took a nap under a tree, ate an apple, and then continued running and finished in 4th. This is what they're going for here.
Yeah.
They're going for the nap strategy, where they
it reinvigorates you. That's all you need.
Exactly. Yeah. Another fun thing, 2 of the racers got chased off course by rabid dogs on that race, but I don't think we have rabid dogs on the Mountains of Mayhem right now. So
That was definitely a ploy by the guy who napped. He didn't nap. He actually just went to deploy the rabid dogs.
just provided sniffing material. I was like, go, my pretties. They just flew off like the monkeys in the Wizard of Oz. Just like.
Yep. So there we go. So it looks like our technical division about halfway through their 3rd lap. I can also see Big Flex over on the right side there, about to complete, hopefully, fingers crossed, their 1st lap on the Dragonfly. We've been rooting for them ever since they exploded in that first way. So we'll see what they can pick up here. But yeah, this has been great to watch so far. Yeah, once again, I'm surprised at how well the tanks are doing and how fast they're doing today. So we may actually see these finish a lot sooner than we had expected.
Can I get a massive shout out for Big Flex, who is not only back on the racing track, but they're almost there to complete their 1st lap. Keep going, Big Flex. You get a lap in, you're probably going to finish 3rd. Let's go. We are at the halfway mark. It is now 29 minutes, 50 seconds to go.
Yeah. A reminder as well, the timer is there just for like a, hey guys, this is your hard limit of how long you can do this race for. But it looks like most of our teams should be able to complete the 3 laps within the time. Obviously, we've got most of our technical division up there, like I said, halfway through their final lap. So it shouldn't take too much longer for them. Yeah, pretty much. I'm really curious to see what's happening with Herbie and Glenn's Nation. So if we do get a camera over there at any point, I'd love to see that and see what's going on with these 2 TRs.
Smithy Joe Bob, yeah, Big Flex, the death to lap ratio for Big Flex.
Hey, this is a death race. This is a death race. That's the goes, right? Hopefully, some of your explosions were from. Like, I am personally hoping some of your explosions were from fighting and not just good old-fashioned Gravlev fun. So yeah, Big Flex completing their 1st lap in 30 minutes, 37 seconds, .266.
Let's go. Yeah, it's still really close there in that technical division. Herbie, Lens Nation. 28 minutes to go. Let's get those 3 laps in. Oh, where is Big Flex though? This is the question that's on my mind. It's got a lap.
Yeah,
they've got a lap, and they're so proud.
Yep, they're still going as well. Yeah, so they're over on the left side, taking the wide section, just passing checkpoint 1. So yeah, they've got quite a bit of time to get through. We can see that massive collection with Herbie and whatnot. About to approach the final large turn in the top right, but we'll see what they can do there. Oh, this tank lining up a shot.
I think this tank spotted something. Yeah.
Maybe swapping turrets.
Yeah.
You do need to, in order to use the regular gun turret, you need to sort of run into the back there. So that actually might have been what they were doing just then. It's interesting to note as well. Like your main tank shots are obviously good, but they're going to be a little bit worse against things like the Cyclones, which are just a bit too maneuverable. And so maybe you're just in a better slot to move that spot over, get the person into the repeaters, which also we're kind of seeing here. And then probably also, I imagine, just operating the main gun turret with the pilot, especially with this whole section where it's really flat, very easy for you to line up shots. If you didn't know, you can drive and like operate the big gun. It's just you can't sort of move them as independently sometimes, or it's a bit more awkward. So like right here, it's almost certain that we're probably seeing. Actually, the way that they moved, we're probably seeing them do what I mentioned, where we've got them. The person who is piloting is also operating the gun.
So we're seeing Herbie and Liquid Prime there, who are quite close together.
Noticeably, Lens Nation nowhere to be seen right now. They were 1.5 seconds behind earlier. For both of the last 2 laps, they were 1.5 seconds behind Herbie. I do not see them right now. It's possible they've gone around a different route. Like we said, we've got a couple of different like mini options around some of the corners. But I don't know. This could very well be. This very well could be Merger Mayhem's day.
Absolutely. And we just got Noisemade's just shouting out our security forces in chat. So just on security, they're doing some fireworks. We've got the Ragtag Mercs, ArmorX, Vanguard, White Lightning Solutions, and Joker's Gamblet. Thank you. I don't think we've ever really had issues with security because these people just absolutely slaughter anyone who comes close to it. So,
yeah.
Shout out to security.
They absolutely crush it, but we do genuinely really appreciate the extra fireworks, giving the nature of the death race. It's nice to know that there's not just some grand vehicle wrecks out there today. What a great view of the shooting behind of the Tonk. It feels like they'll keel over at any moment. I feel like it's going to be top heavy or something and flip over as they're shooting. But yeah, trying to harass someone behind them, just not sure who.
Look, if you're not harassing somebody behind you in a tank, what are you doing?
Exactly.
What are you doing?
Exactly.
You shouldn't be in a tank. That is the rule. But yeah, once again.
Cool, so there we go. I think I just saw Lens Nation. It's a bit hard to read with some of these names, but I think I see them in the top right. If I might not be mistaken, just behind Shugo. Bit hard for me to tell. I can see that gamer girl over there. I can see Shugo. We've got Big Flex coming around, possibly for their second lap completion, which would be awesome to see. I'm really hoping that we get to Big Flex. Let's see how you go. Oh no, there we go. Lens Nation. Yeah, they are still actually quite close to Herbie. So it was very likely that when we saw them before, that they're actually maybe just a bit further away. Noticeably right now, though, Lens Nation stuck a little bit further behind. Estrella and Herbie right up the front there. HMS Thunderwolf just behind them. I think we might be seeing that right now, ladies and gentlemen. So we may see our very first completion for the technical division. Let's see. Also, the sun coming over right now. Lovely.
Wee.
We're going to get a nice picturesque finish for our last couple of races.
3 laps for Herbie. There it is.
Well done to Team Merger Mayhem. You have claimed both the biker and the technical division first place. Still second and third place finishes up for grabs in both of those divisions. What I'm wondering is Czech League going to be our first Nova finisher, as actually Czech League has been finishing these laps a lot faster than the Cyclones have, which has been interesting. Not sure where Czech League is at the moment. We'll wait for an update for that one and get that to you guys soon. But that is 2 first places down already for Gerber the Gnome and Herbie.
Yeah. We could see a absolute lockout of first place of Merge Mayhem here.
Mm-hmm. I would not be surprised. Once again, this is a super team. This is the super team of super teams.
A super team. This is what the '96 Chicago Bulls. This is the. I'm trying to think of other sporting references, but yeah, my boomer brain actually.
This is like if Michael Schumacher and
Michael Jordan.
Michael Schumacher and Michael Jordan teamed up together for a death race. That's what this is like. Yeah, let's look that in.
Absolutely in a Tirana. So for the non-Australian people here, Tirana is probably the equivalent of what like the what would you call it? Like the Corvette or something in America, but like much shitter.
Yes, I don't know if I'd call it a Corvette. That's an interesting. I'm gonna start doing that from now on, though. It's like, why would you get a Corvette? Just buy an old Tirana, mate. You'll be fine. Buy an old Tirana.
It's the same thing.
It's exactly the same thing. I love it. So no one else has completed a lap number 3 since we've been back. However, we have had some other lap completions. So Big Flex did complete their second lap at the 37-minute mark, which is awesome to see. Same with Liquid Prime in one of the Novas, as well as Dark Hour in a Nova. So a couple of our other Novas have completed their second laps as well. So awesome to see that. We had Emperor Paravis in the Rock DS complete their first lap a couple of minutes ago. So the Rock DS, unfortunately, is a little bit slower on the technical side, but hopefully that means it's going to be here for while the Novas make their third lap, and we get to see some Laser v Nova action. Trying to see what else. It looks like we have Yeah, it looks like those are all the lap completions, except for just now, literally just this second, we saw Quelsar in the links for Merger Mayhem cross over at 38.51 with a 12.25. So that is their third lap completion as well. So Quelsar is going to veer off and finish that one up. Well done. So yeah, huge. Now Echo, just for a logistics question for you here. Are teams allowed to claim multiple places? Can we see Merger Mayhem get a first and a second today for the technical division?
No, so it's similar to the Crux Cup or Scarlet Apex. It's teams, and once one of their team members achieves the 3 laps, that's their result for the team.
Yeah, awesome. Speaking of, checked leak for Merger Mayhem. The Nova has crossed lap number 3. That is Team Merger Mayhem taking the lead in all 3 divisions, absolutely crushing it. Well done, Merger Mayhem. But once again, not surprised with just the insane quality of races that you guys put together. It is very, very impressive. So well done to you guys. Now it's all going to come down to who's going to get second and third into those divisions. We're still waiting on Team Lens Nation to complete their lap number 3 for the technical division. We did say they were in the top right a little bit earlier. I think it's very possible that we may be seeing them crossing soon. Otherwise, maybe we have a brand new vehicle out for them. I think we just saw Dark Hour with a vehicle destroyed. So that is one of the Novas. Not surprising. We had 2 of those Novas were very close to together from Liquid Prime and Dark Hour. So probably just fire at each other till one of them blew up, especially once you get across that finish line and everyone's right on top of each other. So we'll see if they get another one out.
Can I just shout out here? Big Flex P2 in the bike division. Let's go.
Yep.
Look, it's my sentiment.
Look, Big Flex is an absolutely fantastic Gravlev driver. We got to see Big Flex do a lot of stuff during the System 7, which concluded a few weeks ago. So that was awesome. But yeah. So once Big Flex stopped exploding a little bit in that first lap, we've been able to see what they can do. And here we go. We get an awesome view of a Liquid Prime and the German name that I can't pronounce.
Oh, wait. We got this.
Deneutzmann.
Deneutzmann. All right, so somebody in Twitch, please correct us here. Also, is Liquid Prime trying to advertise Prime? Because we're actually sponsored by Aldi energy drinks here. Because
we're not officially sponsored, but if someone could clip that and send that to Aldi so that myself and Jez could get sponsored by probably the 7th most popular energy drink brand in Australia, that would be fantastic.
I like it out to 7.
I was just like, it's certainly not first. Let's choose a random number.
And look, if you want guidance about energy drinks, send me a message. I have a spreadsheet of 80 energy drinks.
That's actually not a joke. I need you to know that's not a joke. Jez sent me this like list when I was going to the US last year for CitizenCon to be like, look, if you want to get a US energy drink, here's my list. I've got them ranked. Off you go. It was so good.
Get yourself a Cherry Starburst C4. Good stuff. Anyway, we actually have a race, not an advertising position. Check
I think Big Flex is gonna cross.
Yeah, check leaks and Mookins is across for 3 laps. Big Flex!
There we go. 5 minutes 47 seconds for Big Flex's most previous lap. 3 laps completed. That is Big Flex getting for Amarok's Fang position number 2 in the bike division. Well done, Big Flex. Crushed it.
Merger Mayhem 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Absolute lockout on the podium positions. Massive effort from them. Well done, Merger Mayhem. Well done, Gerbo, Herbie, Check Leak. Also, Kalsar's up there, but you missed out. Sorry. Okay.
Also worth noting, about a minute before we were watching just now with Big Flex, Mootkins from Red Legion Racers in the Ursa crossed over the finish line for the technical division. So, by my count, that is them in second place position for the technical. So well done, Red Legion. You guys have crossed that one as well. I am a little disappointed it wasn't the DS that crossed the line for Red Legion. But, hey, maybe it's still in there just harassing the leftover races.
It's important. It's important to assert your dominance over the leftover races by just shooting them. Echo, is that allowed?
Amarok's Fang Racing. The Rock DS is still going here.
Let's go! What lap are they on?
This is their second lap. This is the second lap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I did not did I miss where we had 2 Rock DSs? I had thought we only had the one.
Yeah,
So
we
that
got
means
2.
there's a world where we could see Gravity Cat from Amarok's Fang and Emperor Pravus from Red Legion Racer DS v DS.
Tint's just mentioned that the Lens Nation team cannot continue due to their C2 not being available.
Oh, very rough. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. They were a fantastic team, and they were on top of Herbie the entire time in that last lap. So very unfortunate for Lens Nation, but you guys crushed it, and you certainly proved that you belong here. Being 1.5 seconds behind Herbie doesn't just prove that you're a good racer, it proves that you're one of the best. So hopefully we'll get to see you again next time.
We just see a tank doing a pirouette here. We also have another director comment. Reports of on-foot intruders attacking racers.
Like a true death
Well,
race.
good luck to them. They're in tanks.
Is this the sand?
We've got Tuscan Raiders.
Tuscan Raider?
Yeah, interestingly enough, one of the big changes from when I used to run Mountains of Mayhem by myself to now is we used to have the Mountain Goats or the Mountain Lions, which were a team that were essentially NPCs shooting at the races the entire time. Looks like we didn't have to hire anyone for it. We've got some people doing it for ourselves. So let's see how they go. We've already got a couple of our divisions locked up, so now it's just a little bit extra fun. A quick shout out as well, just because, we have had a lot of people around. Thank you so much to our security today. You guys have been absolutely crushing it across the entire field and making sure that we've been able to have a really awesome event here. So thank you very much, Spectre, Security, Armor EX, Joker's Gambit, White Lightning, Frontier Consolidated, Auric, Avenger Squadron, Vanguard Star Empire, and Ragtag Mercs. And make sure all of you guys go and join those organizations if you want to do a little bit of security, because one of the cool things about these events is there's almost always something for you to do.
Exactly. If you're not good at racing, like I am, you can be a race director as well. It's true. You can just rock up and you're like, I'll just direct this, I guess. Echo just lets me.
Yeah.
But it's probably less intrusive than like if I was actually racing. I think I have raced. What was a race I did, Echo, where I died probably 7 times in the span of 10 minutes?
Definitely in the Crux Cup. Probably from dehydration.
Yeah, and that wasn't just in game. I actually died 7 times IRL. I have an on-site...
You're a cat. You've got 2 left.
Yeah, I have an on-site medical team just with a defibrillator just to like start me up again.
Not enough energy drinks.
Or too many energy drinks.
Yeah.
But look, it's a good life.
This is awesome. 07's big flex. Great job today in chat. Well done. You crushed it. It was great to see you out there. So noticeably, ladies and gentlemen, the sort of teams that we're looking at right now. So technical crew, we have 2 teams completed. We have Merger Mayhem and Red Legion Racers. They're taking out the first 2 positions of the technical crew. So we are waiting for one more technical to get third here. It looks like it may very well end up being the Rock DS based on what I'm looking at here.
Let's go.
From Amarok's Fang. So they only pretty recently finished their second lap, so it's gonna be hard for them to finish their last lap, but they should be able to do it. And then our Tonks, obviously we have one Tonk completed from a Checks League, and we have Liquid Prime, Dark Hour, and Zolnar all right on top of each other. Liquid Prime also part of Merge Mayhem, so if they complete, that's awesome, and it's great to see them do that, but that will not go onto the podium for them. So this is really between Amarok's Fang and Omega Aerosports. both of which we've seen a lot of back and forth, and they've been relatively close to each other the entire time. The tank laps have been taking anywhere from 17 to 20 minutes. So if we do see them complete, it'll probably be right at the end of the timer.
It's going to be touch and go. Would love to see it. 11 minutes right now on the timer.
Yeah.
I do see in chat. Anza merch. I'll give you an example. This is what we've got. Does it come up on stream? I can't see. You can see the name, GentlemanJez. My racing number, 64. Also your org symbol as well.
Yeah, it's dope as hell.
It is dope.
I'm gonna have to pick some up before I go to SystemCon, and hopefully I'll see some of you guys there with SystemCon merch. With Anzia merch at SystemCon. Yes, that sentence.
Algorit's definitely gonna be there.
Is Al gonna be
Wait,
there?
we have a
You'll see
3-inch
Sugillion
patch?
again.
Oh my god. Goes
Yeah, we
right
have
on
a
the
patch.
jacket. Let's go.
Let's go. Algorit's gonna be there. Old Man Al from the lore, the actual lore. I was trying to actually get there this year, but I'm going to Las Vegas instead.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah.
Very fancy.
Is Las Vegas fancy? Or is it,
It can be.
Is it trash?
Fancy as it can be. It depends where you go.
It's not going to be fancy for me.
Here's my recommendation, Jez. Don't go to any of the old famous casinos. Go to the new ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do want to go to the Sphere. I do. Just
Imagine this on the Sphere.
Oh. Just imagine our faces just plastered on the Sphere, just around the entire thing. Echo just on the top or in the middle.
Just doing head pats to people, but in real life.
a giant hand just sort of comes down from the heavens and just.
I'd love to run a head pat booth.
Yeah, head pat booth.
Just 17 people were accidentally crushed today by the head pats.
Head pats, yeah. All right, so no finishes recently, but I think I can see on the thing that we're about to see one team cross over any moment now. It does look like Team Merger Mayhem did get their third lap, so that is another tank off the field. That is the other Merger Mayhem Nova. So they don't get second place, but they're no longer there anymore. So yeah, a lot of our other teams are not going to have to worry about that Nova. You can see right here, we've got one of our Rock DSs right in front of them in Nova, which is very cool to see. It's very kind of funny how much faster the Nova has seemed versing the Rocket DS in a lot of these situations. Certainly a lot more intimidating. Here we go. Laser on. Can we get some damage on the Nova? Oh, it's going to be hard in the DS. I've got to imagine it's
Give it a
incredibly
little tickle.
hard. Yeah, it looks super cool, but I feel like it's got to be really hard to keep that on track. And unfortunately, I think that Nova is just going to outpace them now. They're just not as fast.
It would be. That tank is so fast.
Yeah. Like we said, once you have a straight enough section, the Nova, if it can get up to max speed and stay at max speed and not have to turn too much, it's fast enough to compete with a lot of these teams. That's why we saw Checked League being able to compete with our other, with our Cyclone divisions, right? With our TRs and our Lynxes. It was very surprising, but very cool. Yeah, so still waiting to see another team cross the finish line. We have 7 minutes, 35 seconds before we call the checkered flag, and then it'll essentially just be last chance for everyone. But we already know where we're mostly sitting. Right now, for the most part, we're just trying to see who's going to get third place for technical, who's going to get second and third place for the Tonks.
Yeah, there's still a little bit to work out here. 7 minutes on the clock left. Who do we have? So, at least in the biking division, it's looking like I think that's pretty much sorted because
bikes are done. We've got Gerbo in first place for Merger Mayhem, Big Flex and Amarok's Fang for second place. They've locked that one up, and then unfortunately our third place team for the biker division were unable to finish, so they ended up running out of dragonflies.
a common problem for all of us, really. Like when it comes to dragonflies, like
I hate it when I run out of dragonflies.
It's the 20th dragonfly this week.
But yeah, certainly a win for Merger Mayhem, which in my heart feels really good because I know a bunch of the people from Merger Mayhem. I also met through doing the Mountains of Mayhem originally. It wasn't just Echo that I had met through that. I think I got a bigger relationship with like Diplomat and stuff, and a lot of those guys have actually competed in the original ones. Not that those were events were anything like this, but it feels kind of cool that the people that got to experience this when it was a much worse event have performed well today.
Got a great shot there of the rock. I love this shot coming in underneath that
big news. Shut up, Jez. We have Omega Aerosports have completed their third lap in the Nova, so that is going to be them in second place position, which therefore means in the tank division, that's going to be Amarok's Fang in third. So our tanks are done and sorted in terms of positions. Now we're just waiting to see how the technical division is going to go. We're seeing where that who's gonna lock over third place.
It is going to come down. We don't have much time left on the clock. 5 minutes now.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, whoever's going to complete this lap. Echo, just confirming, once the clock's done and they've completed their lap, that's it, correct?
It'll be up to the race director when they throw out the checkered flag, but that will be the time limit for the races. We've said 1 hour will be the time limit, and then we'll throw out the checkered flag at some point, and from there they'll finish their races, and we'll conclude the race. Those will be the results.
Awesome. Hankin just reminding racers, don't forget about Segalian, food truck hot dogs, 1 for 1 at UAC, 2 for 2 UAC special. I feel like that's not a special, that's just you buying 2 hot dogs.
Another interesting development, our other Rock DS for Red Legion races did complete their second lap now at the 54-minute mark. So Gravity Cat from Amarok's Fang are a lot further ahead for our technicals, so they are probably likely to grab that third place position on the podium. But we're approaching checkered flag situation. There could be a world where Gravity Cat and Anrul don't make it to complete their lap. We've obviously seen tons of explosions today, and so it could be either team at the moment, but they are certainly still in this.
Noise Maze says the second hot dog comes without the bun at no extra charge. I feel like, can you make the second hot dog a bun for the first hot dog by cutting the first hot dog in half and then placing the second hot dog on top?
See, if double dogs were made like that, maybe I could get behind. All right, like if we layered our hot dogs vertically instead of horizontally.
Yeah.
if a double dog just kept going up like this, then I'd be down. I'd be very down.
We got hot dogs in chat. Thank you. Let us know in chat whether hot dogs should be vertical or horizontal.
Yeah, vertical or horizontal hot dogs. And keep in mind, we will be submitting this to CIG as a bug report. I'm going to go through once again just our security and some of our support crew that are helping us today just before we finish our laps. The Ragtag Mercs. We are the Ragtag Mercs. We believe anyone, regardless of skill, time, or money, can be a mercenary. Blood for some, money for all. Armor X, specialists in the armor transport business and experienced expedition crews. We play the game. Play with us. Your mum does. Vanguard. Mankind shares an innermost trait, the desire to explore, to be the first to enter the void in an unprecedented arena with the cosmos. That is why we are here. This is the spirit of Vanguard. White Lightning Solutions, data brokering, counter espionage, and networking. And Joker's Gambit. Has life dealt you a bad hand? Time to pull out the Jokers, your linchpin to success and unfavorable odds. Laugh your way to the bank with us at your side. And not to mention a bunch of the other groups that joined us today. Once again, we have Spectre Security Contracting, we have Frontier Consolidated, Auric, Avenger Squadron, and Star Empire. So all of those awesome guys, as well as those guys as well joining us. On our support crew, As always, we have Altama Energy. That is who is serving you those delicious hot dogs that you're definitely eating at home. At Altama Energy, we are working together towards a single goal, making our galaxy more productive. Learn more about Altama's industrial gases, fuel products, and services by visiting www.altama.energy. Delta Blue Aerospace is one of Stanton's leaders in full-service fleet support and logistics strategy contractors. Welcome to the Frontier Consolidated. We are a Star Citizen org focused on getting out to the very edges of the universe and making some serious space dollars. The aim is to keep it lighthearted and help out your fellow players, so if you're new to the game, feel free to drop us a line. Nova Intergalactic, the future is in your hands. Nova offers you the possibility to do what you enjoy the most, from exploring the galaxy to fighting bad guys. All of this is with the support and protection of an organization. I just said so many words at once.
I just want one of the biggest shout outs needs to go to Echo as we're counting down to 45 seconds. These things don't happen without Echo. Echo is best girl. Give Echo head pats all the time. She deserves it. Thank you, Echo, for getting this all done. 30 seconds to go.
Thank you all, and that's better because you're all here.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Alrighty, so we're approaching the end. We are watching right now Amarok's Fang Racing. Remember, this is the big one. We sort of know where everyone else is positioned. The only thing that's up for grabs really at the moment is the technical division and who is going to get that third place position, if it's going to be Amarok's Fang or Red Legion Races. We're getting pretty close to the finish line here. That is the 0 second mark. That is a checkered flag. Everyone will be finishing their next lap. So that's going to mean that pretty much everyone who is left here. It's just the Rock DSs. It's just the Rock DSs. So we're just going to be watching these Rock DSs finish this one up.
The way that it should have been really at the start. We should have just been focused completely on the Rock DSs.
Yep.
No one else.
It's the only one that truly matters. So let me hear in chat, are you going for Amarok's Fang or are you going for Red Legion Races? Which flavor of Rock DS is your favorite and which one do you think is going to make the podium?
I can't pick. It's like
Go Gravity Cat, the orange one.
The orange one? Alright.
It's like picking between my children, which I don't have also, but like it's
like picking between children. I definitely have a favorite.
It's funny, you do ask parents like who their favorite is. I was like, yeah, it's this one. It's like instant answer. Echo with more head pads.
Yep. So I want to once again congratulate Team Merger Mayhem for getting first place position in every single division. Insane and probably illegal. I also actually just noticed Team Mootkins. I don't know why this took me so long to realize. Mootkins is from Team Red Legion Races. So actually, the other Rock DS can't come second. Oh, sorry, can't come third.
The absolute play at the end there.
So it's Gravity Cat. It's great. As long as they finish their lap and there's no issues, like, essentially, Amarok's Fang do place third. I don't know how I completely missed that this entire time.
Look, I think they were on track for third anyway, but
yeah.
It's good for confirmation. It's good that they're actually going to finish there.
Yes.
Let's go, Gravity Cat.
Which they're just at about now, I believe. They've only got a couple more turns until they approach there. I'm looking at the overview camera right now, and yeah, so they've got that one little sharp corner before the last big like 160 degree turn, whatever it is. So yeah. Is it against the rules to fuel your tanks on cruise locks? It is actually required that you use cruise locks, as they are our branded sponsor for the Mountains of Mayhem this year. No.
Oh, good lord. We're almost there.
Mm-hmm. We're almost there. It's been awesome. It's been awesome. I'm really happy to see the Mountains of Mayhem thrive and pop off here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. We didn't really know what kind of... Yeah, we didn't know kind of what flavor we wanted to go for, if we wanted to be more casual, more competitive, but fantastically, a bunch of the admin here, including Echo and Jez, came up with a solution that worked really well and I think was awesome. So hopefully we get to see more of that. Sounds like we had maybe some issues with some good old Star System bugs, but still had a good race nonetheless.
what is a Star Citizen race without Star Citizen bugs, really? If you do
Exactly.
not have bugs, if you do not have a single issue, is it really a Star Citizen race?
Exactly.
No. Like, you need... Bugs are part of the experience. And if you're not experiencing bugs, I feel sorry for you, really. I do.
Definitely some of the best things happen with the bugs.
Yeah.
Awesome. So it looks like they're just about to head on to the main straightaway now. As soon as they get around this corner, that's going to be pretty much it. They're just going to go straight until they get to the end. They'll have a little bit of a hit, that little cave thing. Well, they're going under it right now. That I love doing when I'm flying this. There's that little like O cave that you've got to fly between. Here it is, just here.
They were so cool to do in the Fury.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was super, super cool.
Zolna is me driving the whole time with the "This is fine" meme. Yeah, the main gun was down 3/4 of the time. Yeah, that would be a problem in this race. But... And what do you mean driving on the left side? Left way. That's normal.
Well, I mean, it also means you can the vehicle's always going to have problems also shooting on the left side, just because you can't really get the turret over there. So regardless, that's going to be hard. But yeah, just drive on the left side like normal people, aka I think just us in England. I don't think anyone else drives on the left side.
Japan? I think Japan
maybe
does as well,
possibly.
yeah.
Unlike the discussion that always comes about with like use metric or imperial, where metric is clearly the right choice. Unfortunately, I think we're on the wrong side when it comes to the left or right side. Everyone else drives on the right side.
And we're just seeing, oh, they're so close. It's a great shot as well. The sun
This
has
is
come
it, the
up
final
now.
stretch.
This is awesome. This is genuinely really making me want them to like be able to take off the mining laser on the Ruck DS and chuck a repeater or a Gatling or something on there. Like that would be so cool to have this like external turret on this ground vehicle like shooting around, So come on CRG, give us that, please. And here we go. Gravity Cat finished. They're going to be that means Amarok's Fang are going to take second place in the biker division and third place in the technical division. And that is the race over, ladies and gentlemen. We do still have Emperor Pravis for Red Legion races out there, although the team has already come second for the technical division. So that one's more for keeps and to make sure that they can do what they can. But that was absolutely fantastic. It was a super, super awesome race. Lots of things that we can take from this and try to mess around with next year. But yeah, how do you think it went, Jez?
I do. And I'm not biased at all. Actually, it could have gone better if my boys, Trotster and Chex Too Good, actually won. But they ran out of dragonflies.
They only brought 4 dragonflies? Like, that is ill prepared. You're better than that, Trotster. You know the dragonfly better than that. Come on.
They're not made of dragonflies. Come on. Echo, we just need to gift them as many dragonflies as we possibly can. And just see if
I think that's on us as org leaders. We need to step up and start to help them out.
I will personally send anyone enough money for 5 dragonflies. At any time.
At any time. It's like a dragonfly Uber Eats.
So we got some race results. Just a caveat, I'm not sure if they're right or not, but we're ready to read them out if you would like
Hell
to.
yeah, let's go for it. Go for it. I'll leave it to you, Echo.
Yeah, please help me out with this one if you could.
Yeah. Let's go for it.
Oh, maybe not.
The Mounds of Mayhem comes first.
Technical difficulties.
It's all right. We've got the leaderboard here, so I'll try to go through this. I may make a mistake, guys, so don't worry too much. It'll be fine, I'm sure. So Team Merger Mayhem, as you guys saw, crushed it across the board. First place in the biker, in the technical, and in the multi-crew, with Gerbo the Gnome operating the Dragonfly, Herbie driving the Cyclone TR, and Chex Leak driving the Nova. In second place...
I've got it working.
Yep. Oh, awesome. Let's go. Oh yeah, here we go. So like we just said, there we go. Merger Mayhem grabbing it for the Nova with Checked Liquid Prime there coming up from behind. Omega Aerosports and Amarok's Fang going to take second and third place positions, getting themselves some sweet sub items. Let's move over to Technical. For Technical, we have Herbie and Quelsar for Team Merger Mayhem. They're going to grab that one. Mootkins and Emperor Pravis grabbing it for Red Legion Races. And as we saw there at the end, Amarok's Fang getting third place position with Gravity Cats. And lastly, our biker division, our fastest division. One team, unfortunately, unable to finish today as they did not bring enough Dragonflies. But Gerbo the Gnome and Jackanen able to take first place for Merger Mayhem, and Amarok's Fang grabbing second place for Big Flex. Well done to all of the teams that participated today and all of our teams.
Well done, everyone. That was massive.
That was awesome. That was super, super sick. The Mountains of Mayhem is in safe hands, for sure, with Anzia. So I'm very excited to do this again next year. And we'll see how it goes. You know, ground vehicles change every patch, essentially. So you never know how it's going to change next time. Yeah, Echo, any thoughts?
Let's take it to Pyro. And thank you so much to everyone that came today. Thank you, Croncy. Thank you, GentlemanJez. Thank you for supporting and commentating these races. Thank you to all the support crew, the security, the officials. You guys are lovely and wonderful. Thank you to the racers. Thank you to all the viewers for being patient and surviving through Star Citizen bugs with us. And big thank you to Cloud Imperium Games for making the best damn space. We love you very much, and is it race day yet? Let's do this again.
Hell yeah. I mean, speaking of do it again, Echo, what's the next race? I believe there's a thing called a Anti-Gravity Racing League. Would you like to talk about that quickly before we go?
Yep, we've got an Anti-Gravity Racing League coming up in 1 week. So same time, same channel here. We will be racing Grappler bikes out on the oceans or Lawville. Look forward to that. Sign-ups are still open. Go to anzaracing.com.
Oh yeah, sounds good. All right, well, Jez, it was great to commentate with you for the first time. It was awesome. Yeah, you did a great job. I'll see you again next time. I'm gonna require every single time we do Mountains of Mayhem has to be Australians. No one understands. No one understands Mad Max like us. Okay?
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
Team Australia.
Team Australia. Let's go.
And if you're thinking about actually doing it yourself, please do it. It's so much fun to do these types of races. You do not. All right, let me reiterate. You do not need to be good at racing to do this. You just need to have a good time. And, like, you can get a good finish like a lot of the guys did and earn yourself a cool prize.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for coming. See you shortly, though.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. All right. We will see all of you guys in a week's time. Have a fantastic one. From myself, from Anzia, from everyone. We appreciate you watching and participating. Let's race. Let's go.
Hell yeah.